have to cover Bitcoin here. As you can see, we are now at 90.2K. So we have now left the 80Ks once again back at 90K. So I want to just cover where I think this is going next and what has formed overnight. So anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's get straight into it. So as you can see, we're still trading within this rising wedge, which again is a bearish pattern, still trading in the rising wedge. And we're also, still having this buying pressure inside the MACD, but we are seeing that it is slowly but surely, switching to a little bit more bearish selling pressure. One of the things I keep mentioning on the daily chart here for the MACD for Bitcoin is that this short-term trend is just breaking out while the long-term trend is kind of sideways. And that's the same thing that actually happened right as we hit the double bottom before with Trump's Liberation Day thing, right? Where he crashed the whole market, right? The whole market did a double bottom, and you can see here on the %R trend exhaustion back here, the short-term trend broke out, but the long-term trend didn't necessarily follow it. So it came back down, and when it came back down, then they both went up at the same time. So it kind of looks a little bit similar to that time, right? It looks similar to that time period. When you come up here, you have the same double top. So you have the same double top right here. And then you kind of have the same double top right here. So you have two double tops right there. And then when you come all the way down here and look at what's at the bottom here, we then have the double bottom, right? And we also have what can possibly be a double bottom. This could possibly be a double bottom, right? So we'll see if it really is a double bottom. But this one right here, if it's a double bottom, then we should come back down one more time and then like have a little bit of a breakout here, come back down one more time, and then we should break out from there. And just for the record, double tops are bearish patterns. You can see them right here. Double tops, they're bearish. And then we have the bearish head and shoulders. Some people call it like an inverted head and shoulders. You could kind of call this one like the bearish head and shoulders up here, but I would still call it like a double top. And then we have the double top over here. And then the double bottom is a bullish pattern, which we had down here. And we quite possibly could be forming another double bottom right here. So that's what I'm paying attention to right now, because if it's anything like how it was before, right? And let me get all this drawing off here, right? If it's anything like it was before, we might see this, do something like this where we break out just a little bit and then we come down, bottom out again, and then have a big, massive breakout from there. So we'll see if that is something that happens, or if we just dump from here and then continue to go down. That would be bad. And if that happened, I would be targeting 74K, but it could go down much lower than that though. Much lower. But yeah, that's pretty much what I got for these time frames. And then for the weekly chart, it's still been forming, the recovery kind of, it looks like it's trying to curve upwards a little bit here, but not quite there yet on the %R trend exhaustion for the weekly chart. Then we have the MACD over here on the weekly chart, where you can see the selling pressure is heavy, but we are starting to get a little bit of a hint of that buying pressure coming back in. So that is a good thing as well. And then we have over here on the 4-hour chart, kind of like close to the overbought areas, but not quite there. This is the overbought area here, and you can see we're trading right below it with the long-term trend, and then right here with the short-term trend. So it's really at a very standstill space right now. Like anything could happen at this point, because even if you come and look at the %R trend exhaustion on the daily chart, let's go over there. You can still see that if we were to have a rally, the long-term trend just has to speed up, right? It just out of nowhere just started going straight up, and then we'll end up seeing the short-term trend come back, catching that long-term trend, and then they both continue upwards from there, right? That is a possibility, but at the rate it's going now, it's looking more like the double top situation, which is a possibility as well. So yeah, that's kind of how it's looking like to me. But anyways, let me know about what you guys feel about this. Do you think we're gonna have a double bottom situation? I mean, not double top, but do you mean we're gonna have a double bottom situation, or do you think we're just gonna just completely dump and like keep going and going and going? I think we'll get some type of relief rally before it continues to just hammer down. But anyways, this is all I got for you guys today. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.